Hey guys, welcome back. So continuing from where I last left off, because my hair was like that, I decided to use a semi-permanent dye to touch up on the color and get a more intense color. That way, it'll fade off slowly, but my roots will also be growing in. And I'll, continue with the upkeep, and back here it'll look kind of funky, kind of spunky. But my hair will be healthier because the semi-permanent dye, as I mentioned, does not have any bleach developer or any type of lightening product in it. I think this might actually be, this is demi-permanent, so this will last a little bit longer. Semi usually tends to, you'll start to see fading within anywhere from a week to 4 to 6, depending on how often you wash your hair. And if you take my advice and you don't wash your hair as often, you wash it maybe once or twice a week. I think I started washing it twice a week just because my hair is shorter, so it's a little bit more build up, and I massage it a lot, which I'll talk about in a second. Because of that, my hair tends to get a little bit more oily, which I'm glad with, and that's why I try and let my hair be as oily as hell, because it may sound nasty to you guys, but that little bit of sheen is the only sheen that I'm going to see until I wash my hair. Because usually when my hair is dry, you can't really tell all that much sheen unless I just dyed it. So first, let me permanent dye, let your hair grow out. Try and stay towards your natural color. So if you naturally have like dark black, and you want to lighten your hair to like a blonde, do it in single sections. If your hair goes to orange, and that's the first base it stays at, do not bleach your hair anymore for a little while, at least until you can see about this much root. I have learned that because my hair is naturally like black when my roots come out, but as I start to let it grow out even more, because there's the sun, beautiful sun, it bleaches my hair naturally a little bit. It lightens it. I don't want to say bleaches because it's not bleach. It lightens my hair, so my hair starts to turn like a lighter brown. If my hair grew out to about here with just roots, that would be amazing. And that, because then my hair would be about that long, and that is my goal. I want to try and get it longer. As you guys know, I'm trying to grow it out. That's why I'm making this video for you guys too. If my hair were to grow out to about that long, it would look more brown than black. It would look almost blondish. Don't know why my hair does that, but it's like the Irish, the Italian, and the Scottish are fighting a war in my head, in my genes. Anyway, that's another story. And the Native American part. That natural black. Anyway, so what I did, you guys probably saw it in the video. I didn't show you guys me actually dyeing my hair because it took a little while and I was trying to get myself adjusted. I tried to use a blue dye for the roots, but it didn't really work all that much. But then I mixed a little bit of the blue dye with this. My hair actually turned out more of that bluish color than it did purple, but in different lights it looks like it's indigo with a little bit of dark purple highlights, or purple with black highlights, or blue with black light highlights, or low lights I should say. But just give your hair some definition. You don't have to dye it. Don't dye it if you don't want to. I'm not saying go ahead and do that, but if you are tempted to and you are a dyeaholic like me, dyeaholic, that's a good one, then just opt for a semi or demi-permanent hair dye. By the way, this is Enrage Purple Plum, the Brilliant Demi-Permanent Hair Color. So this will last me a little while, especially since I don't wash my hair all that often. And if you are going to stick with a color, and you're not going to change it up, like I said, I might change it up. If you're going to stick with a color, make your own color conditioner. You don't have to go to the drugstore and spend $15 on a purple based conditioner. But if you are blonde and you are trying to grow your hair out and you're lightening it in steps, when you have that orange, you don't need to throw any color over it if you don't want to. Use this. Now this has some blue highlights in it which cancels out the orange. It is mostly purple based, but it does have blue highlights. This will help tone your hair a little bit so it won't be as brassy. And use this every time you shampoo your hair. If you are going to bleach your hair, like I said in the last video, bleach it once. Do not bleach it twice. Do not bleach it thrice. Bleach it once in one setting. Wait 2 to 3 months or however long it takes to get your roots to be about that big. Now for me it'd take about a month because my hair grows, and especially when I'm treating my body correctly, which healthy eating helps. Bleach it when your roots get to about that big. Start at your ends because whether your roots are bright blonde or dark black, they will bleach the fastest. That's why you see people with orange hair and bright ass yellow roots. Bleach the orange parts first after a month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, a year. I don't care. Bleach it when your roots get to about that level, or bleach this, then wait. If you're going to do it by yourself, I'd recommend you go to a salon and just let them know what you're planning to do. But if you're like me, bleach the ends first. Leave that on for about 10 to 25 minutes. That way it has enough time to lighten depending on the darkness and the lightness of your hair. Then throw it on the roots for about another 5 to 10 minutes. Also, depending on if it's hurting or not, wash it off. If it's hurting, please don't be stupid like me and get scabs in your head, which is another reason why you shouldn't dye your hair a permanent color. If you have scabs on your head, it means you fucked up and you don't want to do that. But anyways, while you're in the process of lightening, let me explain this product real quick. I'm sure you guys probably already know what it is, but it is the Generic Value Products Conditioning Shampoo that is similar to Clairol Shimmer Light's original clarifying shampoo, conditioning shampoo. It takes away the yellow, adds sparkle and shine, and it also helps with brassiness. So this is like Shimmer Lights by Clairol. You can find it at Sally's, and that is actually about $3 cheaper, probably more. I think it's like $8 cheaper than the actual Shimmer Lights, and you don't get as much as that. So stick with that, and also make your own color conditioner once more. Try and keep it on the bluer side if your hair is orange. Also, if you do decide to dye your hair purple, for whatever reason, and you have burgundy hair or whatever and want to tone it up once more with the color conditioner, except make it a little bit lighter than you actually want it. That way you're not depositing all that much color. It looks like this, the one that I made, so it's similar to that shampoo. Or even if you're like a brassy yellow, make your own purple color conditioner. That way you can keep up with the color and obviously make it like 3 or 4 shades lighter than that. But when your roots do grow out, if you do have a darker dye for whatever reason, there are semi-permanent brown hair dyes as well, and lightening products that you can use to slowly lift your hair, but not like box dyes. If you're like me and you have burgundy hair, do not bleach it and then throw the semi-permanent dye on. When it gets to the point where your roots are grown out enough, because you're trying to grow out your hair, or at least I am, I'm going to wait till my roots are about here, maybe up to here. That way my hair can be longer. If you're going to use a box dye, try and use professional dye if you can. If you don't have the money, use the best box dye that you can find. Now this is generally about $9 to $10. I got it on sale when it was $7.55 at Target, which they always have sales, so go hunting for those sales in Walmart and Target. This is Vidal Sassoon's Darkest Intense Violet. I have not used this product yet, so I cannot do a review, but basically for this, it has the rich color creams. Basically it has what you can use for your roots, and then you slowly spread out the rest towards the ends. There's a different formula for that in here, that you just let your roots sit for a little bit till they lighten, and then you let your ends go for it. and it says treat roots then lengths separately as done in salons, and that's what you want. Go for a permanent hair dye. So there's that. And last but not least, when trying to grow out your hair, obviously you might want to try and do an oil treatment. If you're going to go for the coconut oil, go for the pure coconut oil. You can use any type of oil you want. Olive oil, canola oil, which isn't the best, but it still works and it still gets the job done. Mayonnaise, eggs, anything you want. But I opted for the 100% coconut oil by Luana, and like it says, it's 100% pure with nothing else in it, straight up coconut oil, and it is non-hydrogenated, which means that it wasn't processed or anything, essentially. So try and get that if you can. And do an oil treatment at least once a week. If you can do it twice a week, do it. But at most, twice a week, at least once a week. Or once every other week, depending on how often you wash your hair. For me, I do it once every other week, just because it helps when I get around to it too, when I have time. And that is how I got my hair grown out from the end of December, now we're walking towards the end of January, to about this length from being all the way against my head. So I think I'm doing pretty good so far. I just need to stop shaving these parts of my head. And yeah, that's what the sides and back of my head look like, if you can see it. As well as my bangs used to be. When I brought them down to here, that's the longest part. When I brought them down and I cut my hair, they were about to here. So that is how much my hair has grown. It's about an inch. So I'm happy for that. Also, with the oil, massage it in your hair, and as much as you can, try and wash your hair upside down. That actually helps a lot. I gotta start doing that again, I just thought of it. And massage your head at least for a half an hour a day, or 15 minutes if you can't make it to a half an hour. Just sit there and play with your hair. Guaranteed it will help because it gets blood flowing and it creates more dead cells, which is what your hair is, and everybody's happy. So if you have any questions, comments, or concerns from this or the last video, you guys know to leave them down below, and I'll see you next time. Bye guys!